But anything more you think you could do with the dialogue with yourself about
Mm.
this fear to help or is there nothing to be done now? Sometimes there's nothing to be done now and one sits with it and, you know, the unconscious deals with it or you're waiting for some experience or to learn something first before you can advance a dialogue.
Um, yeah, I don't know necessarily. I guess maybe I could just meditate or reflect on impermanence a bit more. But aside from that, I think I'll just have to wait for it. Like you said, it actually happened, and I'll have to figure things out from there. Um,
With unconscious or irrational things, I think yeah, sometimes language is not the thing that you want to use to sort of process it, but maybe more like art. And that's maybe one thing that we have a paucity of in our culture is, yeah, art. I mentioned that I think our culture is so biased towards the positive. Um, you think of, I think you told me about Bhutan, or no, I read about it. Or yeah, I think I maybe heard it on a podcast, but Bhutan is a fairly poor but happy country. Maybe you told me about it too. I think
yeah, I don't
you were the one
recall
that told.
anymore.
Hmm?
Yeah, I don't recall anymore, but it's a very death worshiping culture, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if worshiping is the right word to use in this context. I mean, I know they do. Yeah, uh but but yeah, they have a lot of yeah, religious culture around that, right? Like I think you were the one that told me that they have uh or maybe no, I just read this anyway, it doesn't matter. They have sculptures all over the country made from uh like the ash of
Hmm.
cremated dead. And
Yeah,
that's,
and like,
so all around you, all over the country, you are reminded of death. And they are supposedly very, very happy, even
hmm
though they are also very poor.
yeah, I recall they like pray or meditate about on death like almost every day or
Yeah,
every moment
right.
or something.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I was thinking about that culture a little earlier. And I was just thinking about the Mexican culture too. Um, yeah, I remember just when I was little, my great grandmother died, and they just laid her body out on the floor, like on a little thin sheet, and we all just came to look at her.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I think that's pretty traditional. I mean, now we still have a wake, but
yeah,
yeah, that's rather than, yeah, sending it straight to the funeral home or something, it's good to be
yeah,
able to. There's also a practical reason that people noticed in the past that sometimes people seem dead and they weren't dead, so you want to make
uh-huh.
sure. But it seems like there's both spiritual
Yeah,
and practical reasons behind that.
yeah. Like I think I was somewhere between like 4 to 6 years old when that happened, and I just remembered thinking she looked so peaceful.
Really?
So yeah, it wasn't scary at all for me, really.
It's good. Well, that seems part of, yeah, good rearing is that you don't start off being scared of death or thinking it's something to be,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, shocked by or something, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
natural and it is, and
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
yeah. But yeah, I think I remember it still to this day because it was a good experience actually.